Hello folks and welcome to part 2 of the Story of Kratos. This is part 2, so be sure to watch part 1 to punish yourself. After Kratos turned Ares to our wars, he became the next god of war. And you won't believe what happened. Contrary to all expectations, Kratos went too far with his godly powers. And Olympus started to question Athena's decision. And for Athena, the goddess of wisdom, to choose Kratos for the next god of war is a bit like the decision my girlfriend made when she chose me. Completely out of character and with no reasonable explanation on how the aforementioned two failed to foresee that this decision will prove very wrong very quick. But anyway, we move to the beginning of the game. Kratos, who thought helping the Spartans in war was more important than shaving his beard, attacked Rhodos, which is here. On the way, Athena stopped him. Or better, the lobotomized version of Athena in this orgy of Greek mythology that's called God of War. Stopped Kratos and tells him, Kratos, you went too far, boy. Boy! And Olympus is displeased. Please don't attack. And Kratos being Kratos, pushed Athena aside, tells her to make him a sandwich and goes to attack Rhodos. Athena turns around and tells him, Kratos, you leave me no choice. And Okay, no plot twist, we expected it. Athena transforms into an owl. And 1 hour later, hello darkness, my old friend. She steals the powers from Kratos. And she revives the Colossus. Basically, she can't revive the Colossus because the Colossus was never alive. How can you revive someone when he was never alive? And now Kratos is in big problems. The huge god of war, now small god of war, has to face the Colossus. A lot of running and falling through floors later, we hear the voice of Zeus, the father of the gods. And he speaks to Kratos. Kratos, I will grant you help. Take the blade of Olympus, infuse it with your godly powers, and kill the Colossus. And of course anyone with a brain larger than a chipmunk would realize that this is a trap. So there is no way Okay, he took the blade. And now we are shocked, because the blade absorbs Kratos' power, turning him mortal again. He uses the sword to kill the Colossus from inside out. But with all the godly powers inside the sword, he's mortal again. And after he's been slapped by the Colossus like a mosquito, he is heavily injured, dragging himself across the battlefield, like my grandma crosses the road. He tries to grab the sword, but Zeus appeared in front of him. He talks to Kratos, wants to reason with him. He tells him, Kratos, look, maybe you should stop a little bit with his bullshit. A little bit. And if you promise to listen to me, the father of Olympus, we can talk this over again and everything will be alright. There's no reason to go this far. And Kratos, being Kratos, goes this far, rejects the offer, and gets transformed to Greek Souvlaki. It's the second time Kratos dies. And the second time he's transformed to Greek Souvlaki. But he is revived by Gaia. Gaia makes a deal with him. And we all know it's a good idea to make deals with Kratos, right? She tells him to find the Sisters of Fate and travel back in time before Zeus betrayed him. Basically, Kratos betrayed Zeus and Zeus killed him for that. Gaia tells him that he will need allies. And there is no better ally than her brother, the Titan Typhon. Kratos rides the horse. It's not the first thing he rides in this game. And travels to the lair of the Titan. Damn, they gave thought to this name. He has to wake the Titan of the Wind, Typhon. And together they... Okay, he attacks Kratos. For some reason Gaia didn't inform him that they got a new ally. Anyway, there he is, Typhon, who for some reason has a bow in his eye. Kratos, in a blink of an eye, removes the bow, and this bow was the apple of Typhon's eye. And the problem with all this is not that Kratos and Typhon didn't get along. It happens sometimes. The problem is Gaia. First, she doesn't inform Typhon about their new ally. And second, the man he just revived pokes the eyes out of her brother. And she just turns a blind eye. Kratos, his new bow, the Pegasus, and his beard fly away from the lair of the Titan, and travel to the island of the Fates. He lands on the island Kratos style and has a little chit chat with Gaia. There he learns the origin story of Zeus, baby Zeus, son of Kronos and Rhea. Don't want to know how they make children. Kronos was very afraid of the prophecy of the oracle, that one day his children will rise against him. So he did the most logical thing, to eat them, all of them. But Rhea was hurt deep inside from this. He gives him a stone instead of Zeus. He should realize that it is a stone. And thanks to the trick of Rhea and the stupidity of Kronos, Zeus was raised by Gaia. When he became a man, Zeus felt a hatred for all the Titans, because he had daddy issues, and starts a war. Against even Gaia, who raised him. This is the father of gods, Zeus. He has to be stopped, tells Gaia, because he's crazy and unpredictable. Kratos agrees. I don't know why, because Kratos is aggressive and unpredictable, and moves on deep inside the island. After some time, Kratos finds a statue of a Faith. He talks to her, and the Fates, naturally, reject his demand. I don't know why Kratos is so surprised. What else did you expect from the daughters of Zeus? Of course, he takes the rejection calmly and moves on with his life. After some Fatehead bowling and a lot of walking, the Tower of the Fates is inside. And there he is ambushed by the soul of the barbarian. Barbarian, who is responsible for Kratos making a deal with Ares. Basically, Kratos is responsible for making a deal with Ares and no one else, but he is Greek and he puts the blame on someone else because that's our tradition. But Kratos kills him for the second time and moves on. Kratos duels with Perseus, who has a shield and an awesome helm that can turn you invisible. Invisible! What an awesome power! I can't imagine what Kratos can do with his helm. Okay, he broke the helm. Damn this guy! For Christ's sake, this guy! After this Rayman of War section, Kratos finds himself in front of the temple, but the gap is too big. There is no way Kratos can pass from here without the... Oh, hello Icarus! What a nice coincidence! Oh, and you have wings! Thank you, give me your wings! But in order to remove the wings from Icarus, he falls deep, deep down inside the earth. There he meets Atlas, the titan who holds the sky, the earth. After becoming best friends with Atlas, he lifts him up. Because that's what best friends are for. They lift you up when you are down. Now he can fly across inside the temple, and after 3 trials that are basically one trial, 3 times, he brings a phoenix back to life, so he can play Joker. What do you mean this is another phoenix? After reviving the phoenix, he finds a Spartan guy, who tells him that Sparta has been destroyed by Zeus. And Kratos starts to boil. He's already over the top. Wait a second, how did this guy get here? But anyway, now Kratos has a big problem. The Kraken appears. 5 minutes later, and after providing Greece with enough fried squid for 3 summer seasons, he rides the phoenix and straight inside the tower. There he is greeted by Lachesis and her boo-boos. Lachesis tries to reason with Kratos. I think everyone is trying to reason with this guy. She explains to him that she cannot change his fate. He should accept it. And of course, Kratos being Kratos starts a fight. She gets beaten and calls her sister for backup. Okay, this went south too. But now they attack them both. Okay, that also went south. And after dealing with both of them Kratos style, he reaches the 3rd fate. And now the fates lie defeated. And Kratos has the power of the fates in his hand. He travels back in time. Back to the moment Zeus betrayed... Wait, why doesn't he travel back before he kills his family? Why didn't he travel back before he kills his family? And nothing would have happened to him. I don't understand this guy. He cries all day about losing his wife and daughter, and now he can travel back in time, and he doesn't save them. He goes back to being a god of war, and back to before Zeus betrayed him. Jesus Christ. I don't want to continue, he's stupid. Anyway, Kratos travels back in time before Zeus tries to kill him. And now, it's time for the big showdown. Zeus, Kratos, and his beard. And after a hell of a fight, Kratos falls to his knees and surrenders to Zeus. Or maybe not. Psych! Kratos turns around, grabs Zeus, nails him on a rock, takes the blade of Olympus, and stabs Athena. He turns Athena to Greek souvlaki. Zeus uses this opportunity to flee instead of helping Athena, I don't know. And Athena, just before she dies, reveals to Kratos that he is the son of Zeus. Athena finally dies, transforming herself to Minas Morgul, and Kratos goes back to the Temple of the Fates, uses a thread, travels back in time before the gods won over the Titans. He rounded all the Titans up, teleports them to the future, and now the Titan War starts again.